black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in drippin' orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle, drippin' heat. Tigers strike the city streets. East side, stand up. West side, stand up. If you reppin', who day? Time to put your hands up. Single stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who day in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle drippin'. Nasty, natty, yeah, we lit it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feastin' now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in drippin' orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move dancing on? Stripes. Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange upon 'em, bingo bottle, never stop it till the beast on feastin' on 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of Jackpot Joey Burrow, Gift Vader, and Blacklight Productions. Again, if you have not downloaded this video or checked it out, go to the YouTube channel, check it out. It's awesome. I'm trying to get it played in the stadium. That would be awesome. All right, guys, if you found the show, do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. Huge day yesterday. Huge. You guys are awesome. I was at 1,314 yesterday subscribers on YouTube. Now I'm at 1,325 subscribers on YouTube. That is awesome. I appreciate you guys for supporting the show and liking what I'm doing. That is great. So make sure, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or anything like that, do me a favor. Go to the YouTube channel, Sports with Strawberry Ice. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for the notifications. And every time I go live, you'll be able to hear me. I would greatly appreciate it. James, what's up? What's up? Who day? Crown, what's going on? Josh, how you guys doing today? Nice to see you. Glad you guys are in the chat. All right. I'm coming to you live from the Ice Bar right here, again, in Cincinnati, Ohio. The Ice Bar is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. So if you got a rental property that you don't want to run anymore and you just want to sit back and collect the money, give T Properties a call. Or if you're looking for a house, a condo, apartment, anything, T Properties has got you covered. Go check out their website. All their available properties are listed right there. All right, guys, let's get to today's show. I was at the bridge again today. And again, it was yesterday. Actually, yesterday was nice and cool, relaxed. It was no big deal. Whew, today it was hot. Oh my goodness. It was so hot. But the cool thing is, Rude William, what's up, buddy? The cool thing is that the Bengals are actually getting to start to know me a little bit. I don't think they know my name or, they don't know about my show. Some of them know. Well, I know Evan McPherson knows about my show because eventually he's going to come on my show, which would be great. But the cool thing is, I talked to Tyler Shelvin yesterday, and I said, Bengals fans are trying to start a nickname for you, which basically it's my co-host, which if he ever comes on the show, Jeremy Dean, he titled him Big Daddy Bayou. And I caught him as he was walking out. He goes, "No, what is it?" I said, "Hey, it's Big Daddy Bayou." And that's all I got out. He goes, "Nah, man, it's Dragon." I said, "Dragon? What do you mean Dragon?" He pointed at something. I said, "Hey, you know what? I'll be back here tomorrow. When you walk out, I'll be right here, and we'll get a video of this." So this is the video of why he wants to be called Dragon, or I guess, the reason. I didn't get the whole story. He's just walking by, but check the video out.
Tyler, let me see it. Let me see it. Where's the dragon? I got the camera out. Let me see it. Let me try to zoom in on this thing. Hold on. Let's hear it. There you go. That's why he's dragging and not Big Daddy Bayou. All right.
So you can see he's got a tattoo of a dragon on his leg. Now, I would love to know the reason he did that, or why he likes that. But that's why he wants to be called Dragon, because he's got it tattooed on his leg. So for now on, I guess Tyler Shelvin is the dragon and not Big Daddy Bayou. But good news, Cam Sample was back at practice today. Trey Waynes is day to day. I really don't think, I haven't heard that it's a bad pull or anything. It didn't look too bad the other day. So hopefully Trey will be back and ready to go game one, which he's not going to play. He wasn't going to play this Sunday anyway, because none of the starting defensemen are going to play. So I'm pretty sure Trey's going to be starting at corner. So that's why it's not a big deal that he didn't play, or he's not going to play this week. He wasn't going to play anyway. But Jackpot Joey Burrow is playing, and I know we all are extremely excited about that. And they had a really good day at camp today. Let me get to my notes here. And let's see here. Where is the thing? Oh, yeah, Dan Horde. This is what I want to get to. Dan Horde tweeted this out. He's got 5 observations on Twitter, but this is the first one. And I saw this, and it was a dime. Joe Burrow completed at least 5 passes to Jamar Chase, including, this is what I'm talking about, including a 40-yard rainbow down the sideline. And then there's a picture of them celebrating, which they do. They do the little pinky thing. I don't know what that is, but they do the little pinky handshake or whatever. So it's, that's a good sign. The offense has looked really well in the last couple, probably last 2 or 3 weeks of practice. Here's some more from practice. James Rapine, like he said, talking about the same thing. Jamar Chase just beat Mike Hilton deep downfield for a 50-plus. He says 50-plus yard touchdown. And Joe Burrow threw a perfect deep ball and hit him in stride. So, yeah, it's starting to come together. Chase caught the ball. He's had good days. And everybody who keeps kind of, freaking out about Jamar Chase and his drops and all that stuff, it is a thing, but it's not really a thing to worry about until it really starts happening in the season. And if that happens, then we'll start worrying about it. So I got to get to this comment here. Jack Cricks wants to know what Skyline chili exactly is. Well, Skyline chili is the most delicious thing in the entire freaking world. It's chili on top of spaghetti and cheese and onions, and some people get beans on it, and it's delicious. So, Jack, if you ever come to Cincinnati, Ohio, you need to check out Skyline chili. I guarantee you would like it. I have not met anybody who doesn't like it. And I've had people from Texas and elsewhere, Florida, elsewhere. Yeah. I got a couple people jumping in Gold Star. Hey, Gold Star is good too. I'm a Skyline guy though, but either one, check them out. You will probably like them a lot. So, how are you guys feeling about this Sunday? And what I want to put out there is this being the first game that everybody can go to. If you want to go to this game, all you got to do is buy a ticket. There is no, shortening of the fans. There's, everybody can go that wants to go. So this is the first time that it could be full capacity. Jackpot Joey Burrow is going to start. How many of you have bought tickets because of that? Because you can go see Joe Burrow. Because there's available tickets. I am planning on getting in there at least an hour early. I'm going to go start walking in around 3 o'clock because, one, I want to get in there. I didn't go to any games last year. I let my tickets roll over last year. I'm going this year. I want to be in there in section 158 in the Tiger Den with all my Bengal superfan crazy friends down there. Watch Joe Burrow warm up, get ready, watch all the cool stuff that Emily Parker and Elizabeth Blackburn and all of the girls, mostly girls, behind the scenes have been working on for the preseason stuff. I want to see the ruler of the jungle for the first time. I want to see what the new pyro is. What Matt Ritchie told me they got something about Bengals overhanging somewhere or something when they come out of the tunnel or something like that. I want to see all this. I'm here for all that. I love the tailgate and everything, which, I mean, hell, I'm going to get down to like 12 and start tailgating. But I want to see my boys. I want to see my Bengals that I could not see in person last year. That would be awesome. Josh, you say, I know it's preseason, but would love to see 30,000 on their feet for Joe on Sunday. Yes, I agree with you. And I don't know where the ticket sales are at, which maybe I should reach out to Matt Ritchie and maybe I'll try to have him on if he can come on the show tomorrow. I'll reach out to him, see how the ticket sales are going. But we need to support this team, I think. We're all of us Bengal fans are tired of the narrative, And one way to battle that, other than Twitter, show up. Show up to the games, Put your butts in the seats. Show the Bengals that you care. Marvin, what's up? Love the ooh Zama on the bridge. Yeah, exactly. What, did you hear me? Which I got the video. The video I posted yesterday where CJ confirmed to me that he likes it. So every time CJ catches a pass, gets a touchdown, I want everybody to go, ooh, Zama. I think that'd be awesome. Crown, yes. Now, this is interesting. I did see now Crown brought this up to me in the ice bar right before the show started, and I did not have a chance to put the graphic up, but I'm glad you did bring this up. And this is the narrative that I keep talking about. SI says the Bengals will go 3-14. Are you freaking kidding me? How in the hell? Unless Joe Burrow gets hurt, that's about the only way they're going to go 3-14. I did not get a chance to read the article. I will definitely read it, Crown. But if you guys want to see it, it's posted in the ice bar. You guys can check it out. But that's the thing where people are just like, oh, it's the Bengals. Oh, we're bad. Let me get to my. Yes, this is my prediction. 11-6. Please tell me how we're only going to win 3 games with the schedule. Sorry, I had to cough. But please tell me how we're only going to win 3 games with this schedule. We're playing the Lions. There's a win for sure. We're playing, let's see here, the Jaguars. That's another win. There's 2 wins for sure. We can beat a lot of these teams. Those 2 are almost damn near guaranteed wins. I think we're going to win. Honestly, I got us losing to the Squealers the first game. I honestly think we're going to be 3-0, actually 4-0 going into that Green Bay game. I really do. You got Minnesota, their defense wasn't that great last year. It is a Mike Zimmer defense, so I would never doubt that man. But I do think we're more talented and we can beat them. The Bears, who's going to play quarterback? Is it Andy Dalton or is it the rookie Justin Fields? We can beat them. The Squealers, I know the narrative is the Squealers are going to be better because, they got Najee Harris and Ben Roethlisberger has hit the fountain of youth and he's going to be back and better than ever. Okay, sure. I'm just like, I'm sick of this. Like the Bengals, I'm telling you, if Joe Burrow did not get hurt and we won 5 out of our last 6, 4 out of our last 6 games last year, they wouldn't be saying this stuff. They would be saying, oh, the Bengals are on the verge. I guarantee you they'd be saying that. But since we didn't, because we got hurt, or because Joe got hurt, that's why they're saying this. I'm going to put this up there. 3-14. Come on. Again, this is what I can't stand. SI, you're getting, whoever wrote this article, you're getting paid a lot of money to do some research and actually do a good job. 3-14 with our talent. Are you serious? I know the schedule's tough, but at first, it's not that tough. They can win. Let's see here, Josh. Even as optimistic, I don't see the Bengals winning less than 7 games. Right. Josh says, SI is not paying attention to what's going on here. Bad reporting, in my opinion. I agree with you. Terry, it's safe to say this week's offense line is the same O-line we will be seeing protecting Joe Burrow week 17. I think so. And I said this. Actually, Paul Dana Jr. said this on my show when he came on. And ever since he said, I kind of agree with him. Do you want a rookie guard going up week 1 against a Mike Zimmer defense? I personally don't. I think Xavier Serafilia has played very, very good. I think in general the offensive line has played very well. So I don't think it's. I think our offensive line is going to make vast improvements this year. Crown, what's up? They had us losing to the Jags. Are you kidding me? Get out of here! Come. Oh my goodness! How in the hell are we going to lose to that? We're going to lose to the Jags on national TV with Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and the Jaguars got who? Did he watch the preseason game of the Jaguars versus the Saints? Trevor Lawrence was getting killed. That's just that's ridiculous. Again, bad reporting. Do your job. Why are you getting paid for that? John Wick, I have the Bengals winning 10 wins, but they have to stay healthy. Yeah, I agree with you, John, but that's with every football team. And health is not an excuse. I mean, you got to be deep enough to be able to take care of and plug in when guys get injured. And that's the thing. I think we're a little deeper this year than we were last year to be able to do that. Josh, can you show the shirt better to the camera? Looks all the one I'm wearing. Says Joe Burrow's welcome to the jungle. This one you mean? Let's see. Mike. There you go. Joe Burrow's welcome to the jungle. William House, that's crazy. I agree with 3-14. Get out of here. Keith, what's up? Hopefully Wayne's injury isn't too serious. It doesn't look too serious, man. But again, we thought Joseph Ossai's wasn't that serious. That was a wrist, and all of a sudden it's his knee. So I hope it's not. According to James Rapine, he said he didn't see a noticeable limp when he was walking off practice the other day. So I think he'll be fine. Like I said, he wasn't going to start this week anyway. So they're going to they might give him the rest of the week off of practice just to make sure he's rested and ready to go week 1. And that's more important than anything else right now. So, so he can get ready for that week of practice and what they install on the defense and everything. Josh, I think Spain and Serafilia will start week 1. I do too. And just because that happens doesn't mean they're going to stay there. I mean, there's a very good chance by the end of this season, we could have 2 rookie guards, Jackson Carman and Deontay Smith. They could be our 2 starting guards. And look, I know I said I think Deontay Smith could be our future right tackle, which I still believe he can. But hey, if you get 2 starting guards in 1 draft, I'll take it. Yeah, we'll have to figure out the right tackle situation next year, but that's next year. Royal Flush Terry, what's up? Yeah, I'm giving the Bengals 8 to 10 wins. The Bengals win about 7 games last year if Burrow doesn't get hurt. Exactly. So it's hard to imagine them losing less than 7. I mean, I'll tell you, Terry, and I don't know how many of you guys remember what my prediction was last year, but I had them going 8-8 last year. That's where I seriously thought they had a chance to do, And if you guys remember, before Joe got hurt, the offense was really starting to click. No, we couldn't run the ball, but throwing the ball, he was throwing it all over the place on everybody. So it was really starting to click. What's up, Josh? Did I get this hat at the pro shop? Yes, I did. Yep, Coach Brown. I got it at the pro shop. Ritter Jackson III, what's up? I think you are new. Welcome to the show. Yeah, you're on Facebook. Do me a favor. Go to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to my channel. Let's see here. What happens to the Kansas City lineman they were supposed to had traded for. The Kansas City lineman they traded for? You got me on that one. I don't know of the only you mean offensive lineman? The only one that they've picked up here lately is Vogel, and he's awful. I don't know. I wish if anybody in the chat knows what he's talking about, please comment, because I'm not really sure what Kansas City lineman we supposedly had traded for. Keith, I would put Waynes into hiding till week 1, paying him way too much not to see the field. Yeah, trust me, Trey Waynes wants to play. He doesn't want to keep getting hurt. So I really, like I said, I don't think it's not a doctor. They haven't really told us much. I'm going by what James Rapine said, and what I saw, it didn't look like it was that bad. But I'm standing on a bridge, 300 yards away. I don't know. Josh, hopefully they are starting because they replaced the starters and not because the starters got hurt. Oh, you mean because of Joseph Osai, or not? I mean Jackson Carman and Deontay Smith. Honestly, I hope they do it because they're better, and that's what I think the goal is. I think Deontay Smith, he is a diamond in the rough. We really lucked out when we drafted him. And I think Jackson Carman's your second round pick, so you want him to start. So my opinion is, I think they're going to start. And I'm not saying week 2, week 3. I mean, I'm thinking this might happen in November or later on in the year when they get more acclimated to the NFL and stuff. But their talent, they should be more talented, younger. They can move better than these guys, supposedly. So that's where my thought is. Not that they get Serfield or Spain gets hurt, but those guys just pass them up, are just better. Okay, you guys blowing a chat up. I love it. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's get the Beetle here. He's talking some Reds. I do have some. The Reds did win, which is awesome. The Reds are expected to sign 3 of the top 50 international prospects. I thought you were going to talk about the game. Okay. All right, cool. They're going to sign a whole bunch of international prospects. Great, Beetle. Okay, let's get back to Josh's comment. The Bengals last year lost like 5 games by less than a TD. Exactly. And that's, again, that goes to, and these national media guys forget that for some reason. I don't know. Marvin, Pekka, Paynes, Waynes, the roster imposter, the Hanny grammar better be there week 1. Okay, I must be totally reading that wrong because I don't understand anything you're trying to say there, Marvin, but I appreciate it, brother. All right, Keith. Let's see. The team can definitely rack up some wins. Look how many 1-score games we lost last year. Yes. Robert. Talk about the trade. I think it was a trade that would have made sense, not actually a trade. Okay. Because I know we didn't, as far as I know, we didn't make any trades with Kansas City. So, let's see here. Josh is like, the rookies. Like, yeah, the rookies. If they're that good, play them. And I'm not saying it's definite, but I can see. I mean, put it this way. One of them is probably going to start before the year's up. They drafted Jackson Carman to start. So, and Deontay Smith has passed him up. So there's a very good chance at least one of them is going to start at guard, I think, by the end of the year. I really do. I really do think that. All right, let's see here. Royal Flush Terry. If you draw parallels between the 2021 Bengals and the Reds, both were criticized for not making the right moves in the offseason in key positions. The Reds are currently competing for a playoff spot. Yeah. Well, see, the only thing with my thing with that, Terry, is the Reds actively got rid of good players. The Bengals didn't get rid. I mean, you said the Bengals didn't have any good players. Whatever, that would be the national narrative. They didn't have any good players, which they did. Carl Lawson. It would been nice to have him still. Well, he's tore his Achilles, but I agree with you to a certain extent. Because like I said, my problem with the Reds is they could at least kept the guys they had. That would have been nice. The ones that were good. Keith, I agree with this. I honestly hope Hodges makes the roster. I think he's going to. I don't see how you could keep him off right now, especially with Osai most likely done for the year, I guess. Not that Hodges is going to replace what Osai could have brought or looked like he could have brought. It's a body, and he's getting pressure, and it looks like he's probably going to start this week. So that'll get him going against the one, so that you will get a really good shot to see if he can beat these ones, which he has beat once. He beat the tackle for the Buccaneers in preseason game 1. Let's see here. Loki, what's up? Hey, Ice, I've been watching our Bengals from the bridge and going down to say hi to them. From what you have seen, what's your take on McPherson? Oh, okay. Me and Matty Myers were actually talking about this when we were down there today. Seibert is a good kicker. McPherson is an elite kicker. I mean, because I've got to watch Evan more than anybody else because they're right in front of us. When he kicks the ball, first of all, it goes straight. It goes right down the middle, and it goes way past their goalpost they have in the practice field. I mean, I think he might be able to kick a 70-yarder. I am a huge fan of Evan McPherson, as my boy, the Orange Arrow, calls him. Or you call him the leg cannon. That's what Bengalorian calls him. Either way, I'm going to call him, I think, an all-pro kicker. He looks awesome. And he has the same kind of confidence that Joe Burrow does, Jackpot Joey. It's not cocky. It's just confident in his abilities and in his work and what he can do. Because I asked him when he hit that 50-yarder, last week. I said, dude, look, I was good from 70. He goes, yeah, probably. It might have been. And it wasn't cocky. He's like, yeah, it might have been. It was. So yeah, I'm a huge fan. I've never been this big a fan of a kicker in my life. Let's see here. Josh said that today in Who Dey Nation, rooting for Hodges. Love his energy. Yeah, I think Hodges. Like I said, I don't see how. I know they got to do some finagling, because especially if Joseph Osai, because I think because if he has a chance to come back, there's a different IR or something where he'd be eligible to come back, like in December or something. So I think they got to figure out if he's coming back, which they probably already know. They're just not telling us. We won't know till next week when they have to tell everybody. All right, Devin. We need to do something with our backup quarterback situation. Brandon Allen is not it. I disagree with that totally. Brandon Allen had a really good season last year for a backup quarterback. And let's remember, he's a backup quarterback. And let's remember, if Joe Burrow gets hurt, I don't care who the backup quarterback is. The season will probably be over. So, Devin, I appreciate the comment. Bengals fans are too enamored with the backup quarterback. Can you tell me who the backup quarterback was for the Bengals in the 80s when Boomer was there? Who's the backup quarterback? It was A.J. McCarron was going to be the one that was going to take over for Andy Dalton. He's a backup quarterback. They're backup quarterbacks for a reason. He's actually a pretty good backup quarterback. He can come in and play solid for you, and that's what you need. So, no, I am a Brandon Allen fan. He knows the offense. He knows what to do. It's as close, I won't say as close to Joe Burrow, but it's plug and play. There's nothing he'd have to change. You put him in, he can play, he can do the same stuff. Yes, he had a bad game last week. It happens. There's a reason he's the backup quarterback, because they're not consistent. So, sorry, I don't agree with you, but I do appreciate the comment. Josh, McPherson will make multiple Pro Bowls. I think so. I mean, because I've never seen, and again, I go back to Locked On Bengals, or it was Cincy Young Orange Black Insider Podcast. I can't remember which one, but his ball doesn't have a hook. It doesn't fade. It just goes straight. And I mean, it's straight until it's past the goalpost and to the ground. It's straight. I mean, I've never seen somebody kick the ball that consistently through the uprights in my life. And I'm not trying to overhype it. This is what I'm seeing. I mean, you guys seen it in preseason what he's been doing. All right, let's see here. P. Crawley 513. What's up? Health and injuries have been a consistent issue for years with the Bengals. Here's to so much needed injury luck this year. Houday. Well, we got one more game to go. We've possibly lost one guy for the season. I mean, there's going to be nicks and bumps. And Cam Sample was back at practice today. So everybody's worried about his shoulder. He was back today. Trey Waynes wasn't. He's day-to-day. I really think Trey will be back next week and getting ready for the season opener. So honestly, right now, they're in pretty good shape as far as health goes. Now we got to get through this game on Sunday, and we'll see what happens. Keith, what's up? I think for once in a very long time, we will have a dominant O-line. Wish Drew Christmas would have gotten a full training camp. That dude could be an elite punter. I agree with you, and I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think he's going to beat out Kevin Huber. I think they're going to put him on the practice squad, and he could be the punter for the Bengals next year if they can get him on there. I think that's the plan, because I've seen him punt. He's really good. And I think it was Willie Lutz, where he tweeted it out where he thought that Christian was going to possibly make the team. I'm like, dude, he hasn't even played. I mean, if this is the first week he's gotten to be in pads and a helmet and everything, and he told me when he ran out, I was like, "Oh, look at you! You're in pads and everything." He goes, "Yeah, I'm an actual football player now," because all he could do is run around and just be punts, and he could punt the crap out of the ball. So hopefully we can keep him on the practice squad, and eventually, maybe next year or the year after. Well, can't keep him on. Maybe the year after that, he replaces Kevin Huber, and I love Kevin Huber. He's a Bearcat, but this dude's really good, and he just got a leg. So we can have two really good kickers, a punter and a kicker. William House says, Evan the Almighty McPherson. Everybody's trying to get nicknames. Roy, I'd like to see the Bengals trade Seibert. I don't want Cleveland to get him. I've said that, and it's I'm sure they're trying, but everybody knows that they're going to cut him. We have to have a team that is desperate enough to trade for him. So it's if they trade him, it would be great. I hope they can trade him. I would be surprised if they could, because like I said, everybody knows they're going to cut him. So, and it could be he could get cut and go back to the Browns. Yep. Turk Schroeder was the backup. He was. You are correct. So you think Turk Schroeder is better than Brandon Allen? Yeah. That's kind of my point. I mean, Turk Schroeder was a good backup quarterback. Brandon Allen's a good backup quarterback. And the thing is, okay, who are you going to get? If you want to replace Brandon Allen as a backup quarterback, who are you going to get? I mean, it's kind of the same argument I kept having with Bengals fans when they're like, we got to get rid of Andy Dalton. I said, okay, who? Well, we could draft somebody. All right, okay, you think the guy you could draft because we were winning. We're going to multiple playoffs. We're drafting late first-round picks. You think those guys are going to be good enough to replace Andy Dalton? That's why Bengals fans are like, oh, I got A.J. McCarron. He's going to be the next one. I remember to this day at work, this guy at work goes, A.J. McCarron's going to be our new quarterback. I said, for who? He goes, the Bengals. I said, what, is Andy Dalton hurt? He goes, no, he's going to replace Andy Dalton. That's why I started laughing. I'm like, have you watched A.J. McCarron play? I mean, yeah, he's a good college quarterback, but he's not going to replace Andy Dalton. So, I mean, that's kind of, and I'm not trying to laugh at people, but that's kind of where I'm at with Brandon Allen. It's not that big of a deal. He's a good backup quarterback. He's what you need. He's a backup quarterback. He's serviceable. That's what you want. I know everybody's like, well, you had these guys come in and win Super Bowls, that were backup quarterback. Yeah, it's happened once. I think maybe twice. I know once. It was the guy for the Giants in 1990. Phil Simms got hurt. And he came. What is his name? I can't remember his name. He came in and won the Super Bowl. That was a fluke year. He never was the same again. He went to the Raiders and wasn't that good. It happens. I mean, it happens sometimes. I mean, I know. Oh my goodness. Baltimore Ravens or the Rappers who won when they won their first Super Bowl. Dylan. Oh man, what is his name? He became their starter, but he was their backup quarterback, and he was god awful. Trent Dilfer. There you go. That's who it was. He was Super Bowl winning quarterback. He was the backup then. So I just completely disagree with the whole thing that we need to get rid of. That is, out of everything that's going on with the Bengals, worrying about the backup quarterback is not even close to being on the radar. And it gets way too much conversation in Bengals Twitter about that and just stuff. Josh, I disagree. We need a backup quarterback. I think Brandon Allen is a nice piece that could grow and develop as our established two in these early Burrow years. You think we need a backup quarterback? Is that what you're saying? You say you disagree. We need a backup quarterback, but then you tell me how good Brandon Allen is. So I'm kind of confused by that. Devin, I'm not old enough to know who the backup quarterback was in the 80s. Start Schoner. All right, and you guys are blowing it up. All right, Paul, here you go. He's a mid-level, low-tier backup that played really well and was the AFC Player of the Week in a game last year, and he's a backup. Yes, Eric Wilhelm was the backup for Boomer. You are correct. Again, another really just adequate backup. That's it. Okay, let's see here. Trying to get, you guys are blowing it up. I'm trying to get back to where I was at. Turk Schoner was back up. Yep. Loki. Sorry if we already asked this. I joined the show late, but how do you feel about Burrow playing against Miami? I'm okay with it. I want him to get in, get out. I think it's good. Him and Trey Hopkins are going to be in there. I think it's good just to get it over with. I mean, I don't want him to get hit. He wants to get hit. And that's the other thing he's got to get over with. But just get out there. Get it over with. Get used to the cadence. Because this is going to be his first preseason game. He didn't play any preseason games last year. And that's one that he said in his press conference. I didn't play any preseason games, and we got off to a rough, a shaky start. I didn't say rough start. A shaky start. And that's why I think he wants to get in the preseason, because he wants to hit the ground running as much as he can. So, Josh, what's up? Practice squad, Christman, sorry. And if Huber retires after the season, you'll have him lined up. Yeah, exactly. That's I think is their plan. But you got to sneak him onto the practice squad. So hopefully not a lot of teams are paying attention to him. I don't know. Because he hasn't kicked in a game yet, so nobody's technically saw him. That I would think, as far as other NFL teams. Drew Christmas, a tri-state guy. He's from Lawrenceburg, Indiana, and went to some school in Ohio. I didn't know he was from Lawrenceburg. That's interesting. I'll have to shout him out that when I go there tomorrow. Josh. Trevor Lawrence named Week 1 starter for the Jacksonville. Excited we will get to see the rematch of the 2019 National Championship. Yep, that'll be fun. That's one of the games I cannot wait to see. Roy, they could trade for a player they know they're going to get cut, keep Cleveland from getting him. Well, yeah, it's dependent if another team wants to trade for him. I'm sure the Bengals want to trade Seibert. They have to find a trading partner, so. If the team is desperate enough, like I keep saying, the Saints are pretty desperate to get one. I think we have a shot at him at trading to the Saints, but I don't know. I hope they do trade him. I hope we get a draft pick. Let's see here. Benjamin Whelan, why not send Chris Evans downfield? Okay. Yeah, I think they're going to send Chris Evans. I'm not sure what you mean by that, or if you were talking to somebody in the chat. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to send Chris Evans downfield. Yes, you are correct. Nick Foles did it. So that's 2 of them. So it has happened, but in most of the time, 95% of the time, you lose your starting quarterback, you're done. Your season's done. Let's see. John Wick. AJ McCarron should have won a playoff win more than Andy Dalton. Yeah, Should have won them. I mean, there's lots of games Andy Dalton should have won too. I agree with you. They should have won that one. Jeff Hollister. Yes, William. Thank you. That was his name for the Giants. Exactly. Logie. I'm glad Allen's the backup. I mean, the thing is, all these guys, you want to get in our backup. Who? I mean, I guess you could trade for Nick Foles, but then you have to trade for somebody. I don't really want to give up a draft pick or anything for Nick Foles. And at this point, I don't think Nick Foles is any better than Brandon Allen. And Brandon Allen has been here. He knows his system. I mean, look, people, Brandon Allen last year when he came in and looked really good his first game, his first time he actually snapped the ball with the Bengals and the team was during the game because he was the COVID quarterback. So I really do think everybody's overreacting a little bit too much to the game last week about how Brandon Allen played. Brandon Allen is a top 45 to 50 QB. Makes him a decent. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so yeah, I agree with Josh. It makes him a decent backup, and that's what you want, Jackpot Joey, what's up? Eric Wilhelm had the best Bengals job ever. No clum on the clipboard better than him. Yep, he was just a clipboard holder because Boomer never got hurt. Boomer played all the time. Eric, okay. Logie, what's your thoughts about Chase dropping the balls? Do you think it has anything to do about the tweets and his girlfriend posted and deleted? I can't answer that part. I don't know because that's something you have to ask Jamar. But my thoughts on the drops is he's looked a lot better in practice this week. I don't think it's going to continue to happen. I chalk it up to him taking this whole year off last year. And that's the thing I think we all need to track. All these rookies who opted out last year and did not play, let's see how they start the season. It might take them a little while to get going because you take a year off football and you're playing college football. Yes, it's in the SEC and it's a very high level of football, but there's still a different level from the SEC to the NFL. So they're going from the SEC to no football to the NFL. So I think there's going to be just a little bit of a learning curve on that. And he's all Chase can do is work on it. And that's exactly what he's been doing. He's been staying at the practice, working on it with Joe Burrow. Like I said earlier this week, when they do the special teams thing, the practice on the main field and the middle field, the quarterbacks are over there usually throwing to coaches or whatever on different routes or whatever. Jamar was over there. He doesn't have to be there. He's over there catching from every quarterback, so he can get used to catching from everybody so he can practice and get better. So Jamar's doing the work. I think he's going to be fine. Devin, what game on the schedule are you looking forward to the most? For me, it's against the Browns so we can knock their confidence back down. Yeah, favorite one probably is going to be this is Squealers. I want to beat the Squealers both times. Probably the one I'm looking forward to is going to Pittsburgh and beating them there. And I actually have us losing in that one on my schedule prediction. But when I was a kid, I couldn't stand the Browns, the Clowns. I couldn't stand them. And the Squealers, I'm talking about in the 80s when the Bengals were good and the Browns were good and the Squealers stunk. So if you look back in the 80s, Steelers weren't very good. It was the Browns and the Bengals that were running at the time, AFC Central. So when the Browns went away, my hatred for them didn't grow as much as it did for the Squealers and what they've done to the Bengals over the year and how they get away with crap and how it's just this whole thing I'm hearing about Ben Roethlisberger is looking great. Did you see that pump fake? I'm like, okay, he looked really good for a couple games last year too. We'll see what happens. So I am really looking forward to going to Pittsburgh and beating them there. And I won't be, hopefully I'll be there. I don't know. I want to go, but we'll see. All right, Keith. Anyone who says Brandon Allen isn't a solid backup is blind. He made Texas D look stupid. I think he's fine. I don't, I'm not calling anybody stupid at all. I think Brandon Allen's fine, and I just think people are overreacting to a backup quarterback. in my mind. I mean, I'd be more worried about Joseph Osai, what we're going to do with replacing him. I'm hoping it's Darius Hodge. That's who I'm hoping. That's the part I'm more worried about. I'm more worried about that in the offensive line than I am the backup quarterback. All right, Crip, what's up? Ice, did you see the bull hit Chris Simmons and Mike Florio said about the Bengals? No, I did not. And Burrow, now they are saying he does not want to be here. Man, this is bull bleep. Hits never stop. I know I did not see that one, Crip. But I'll have to look that up. But Florio's is also one that said Burrow didn't want to be here in the first place. So he's another one who makes a lot of money for making crap up and doesn't know what he's talking about, especially when it comes to the Bengals. Benjamin, are Tate, Higgins, and Boyd a better receiving core than 50% than a 50% Chase, Higgins, and Boyd? Are they? You think right now? Well, right now, yeah. Right now, Tate's better. I mean, you have to say that. Right now, Tate is better than Chase. It's not going to stay like that, I don't think. And the thing is, look, Tate's going to get the ball. Tate is the number 4 wide receiver. It ain't going to be like last year where there's going to be games where he doesn't play or whatever. He's the number 4 wide receiver for sure. And I know some people have said that Tate should start over Chase. It's not going to happen. The way the production has gone in the preseason, yeah, I can see that. But Chase is the number 5 pick overall. They believe in Jamar Chase, and if you guys listen to other podcasts like I do, I'm sure you've heard this story already. But Frank Pollock told, I think, Jamar Chase and Zach Taylor about this article from SI back in like 1990 or something. It was when Frank Pollock was playing for the Sucky Niners. And back in the day when Jerry Rice started as a rookie, he was dropping balls. And we're talking about the greatest wide receiver ever, which pains me to say because he played for the Sucky Niners and beat us in the Super Bowl. But it is what it is. And they were talking about the fans were booing him and getting on him and everything because he was dropping passes. Jerry Rice turned out to be a pretty good wide receiver. So just because they drop stuff now doesn't mean they're going to. And it doesn't mean that you don't go, okay, we're going to put you on the bench. Because, look, I'll put it to you this way. If Marvin Lewis believed in John Ross a little bit more, it might have been a little different for him here. And, I'm not saying John Ross would have been a great wide receiver, but Marvin Lewis never wanted him here. Zach wants Chase. They want him here. They're behind Chase. So Chase is going to be the starter. And like I said, on Tate, it's going to be our 4th starter. Just think about that. Think of how good his hands are. Think about the catches he makes. That's our 4th. I say starter. 4th wide receiver. That's where I'm like, how the hell are we all going to win 3 games? Get back to SI. Sorry. Oh, Logie, you said it, Ice. I hate the Steelers for all the dirty plays they get away with too. Yeah, they got away with so much crap. And they cry. They act like, oh, nobody respects us. Like, dude, you guys get away with especially in that playoff game, but I don't even want to get into that. Keith, we have bigger fish to fry than to worry about a backup quarterback. We need to worry about signing Bates, yes. And I'm hoping it's going to happen, but I'm holding out hope. Like I said, you got another 2.5 weeks until the season starts. I mean, they could sign him during the season, but it usually doesn't happen. Chris, what's up? You see the smile on Burrow's face last interview. He definitely wants to be in there. This is his team. Yeah, exactly. And Burrow said he wants to play. I mean, Burrow wanted to get, if you guys remember last year, Burrow wanted to get hit in practice last year. In practice, he wanted to get hit. He wanted to get it over with. He's not scared of this stuff. I think Burrow is just chomping at the bit. He's like, I'm ready to go. I want to get over this. I want to go. Because he knows how good this team can be. Logie, Ice, what do you think about our running backs this year? Are you concerned at all about Pinell? Yeah. I know you're talking about. I can't say his name. Hasn't been looking too good this year. No? You mean Samaje Perine. I get it right. Samaje Perine. I'm not because, I mean, I don't know. Okay, I'll put it this way. He hasn't looked that good. I'm not worried about Mixon. Chris Evans looks really good. And number 31, crud, what is his name? He's looked pretty good. And then Trey, oh my God, what is his name? I hate when I can't think of guys' names. He came back to practice today, the other running back. I really do think there's a chance that Chris Evans is going to be Patrick. Thank you, Patrick. He's looked really well. Who's the other one, Roy, that I'm trying to think of? That he came back to practice today. Trey, not Trey Waynes. It's Trey. Anyway, he came back to practice today, and when I get the video up, you can see him. He was talking to me. He was very excited, very happy to be back and healthy. Yes, Jacquez Patrick. That's the one. Yeah, that's 31. Third. I can't remember. Yes, Travion Williams. Thank you. There you go. I could not think of his freaking name. Everybody's got it now. Travion Williams. You guys are all right. I hate when I get on here and I can't remember people's names, but yes, Travion Williams. And he's back. So we got to see what we got with him. So yeah, I think Samardzija might be in trouble. And I don't think that I'm not worried about the running back situation. I'm really not. I think we got a lot of depth in there. And I think I really do think Chris Evans might be the second running back. And I called him Geo 2.0 after we drafted him, and he might be that. We'll see. Josh, facts. People are worried about a backup quarterback. Their focus is in the wrong spot. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. All right, Benjamin. So let's talk about Jesse Bates' contract situation. Well, the situation is, and this is, I got to give credit to Anthony Cosenza because he points this out a lot. The Bengals, throughout their history, do not pay a lot for safeties and guards. That's why those are two of the problems we've had. And in my mind, they have to change their thinking. And maybe they are. Maybe Katie Blackburn is working on it. I mean, I think that having Jamal Adams sign is a good thing. It sets, okay, he's up here. The Bengals are not going to pay, at least I don't think, are not going to pay Jesse Bates that kind of money, but I think they will get close. I think they're going to have to get close to it, you know? So, I mean, they can throw the whole thing out. The thing that's going against Jesse Bates is he did not make a Pro Bowl last year, which he should have. That would have helped his case this year. But if you look at his pro PFF grades and everything else, he grades out as one of the top safeties in the league. They better sign him. I don't want it to go to another year and they have to tag him. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't think it's going to. I was very confident they were going to sign him. I'm very shocked that they haven't. So let's see here. All right. Who would be the backup left tackle? That is a good question. I'm thinking Fred Johnson right now. Deontay Smith could also be that way. I know he hasn't practiced there. It's not going to be Vogel. Dear God, I hope it's not Vogel because that guy is not very good. Who else do they got on there? You got Jackson Carmen who could play out there. They got multiple guys that could play out there. Honestly, a left tackle, I'll put it this way. If Jonah Williams, this is what it is. If Jonah Williams gets hurt, Riley Reef kicks over to left tackle. That's what's going to happen. And then Deontay Smith or Jackson Carmen or Fred Johnson, which Fred Johnson I think is a pretty good right tackle, would be it. That's probably if Jonah Williams gets hurt. Yeah, now I'm thinking out loud here. That's what probably Ritter will move over. Reef, Jeezel, too many R's. Reef will move over to tackle, is what I think. Anyway, geez. It's 6:24. I see Chris Evans being for us what White has been for the Patriots. Yeah, I'm hoping they use him right. If he is like White or like Gio, because I'm telling you, Gio is going to be really good in Tampa. I hate to say it. Well, I'm happy for Gio, but I know they're going to use him. I'm hoping they use Chris Evans a lot in different situations because he can catch the ball. He can run a route like a wide receiver. So, Benjamin, I think Chris Evans is a dual threat running back and to be discovered wide receiver. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I was saying there, Benjamin. I agree with you. I think that Chris Evans, we could have two absolute steals in this draft. and Chris Evans and Deontay Smith. I think we stole them. I really do. They were lower round guys, and I think they're going to be big contributors to the team this year. Like Joseph Osai would have. I want to see a little more out of Cam Sample. I like what I've seen out of Cam Sample. I want to see a little more because I think he's got a little bit more, and I really want to see Darius Hodges. That's the guy. That's the dude I'm really looking at Sunday when I'm down there at section 158 in the jungle. And we have talked almost an hour just about the Bengals, and I had all this other red stuff, which is fine. I love talking Bengals. I'm cool with it. I love when you guys do this. Loki, hey, does Moss make the team? If so, how much does he play? I still think he makes the team. I'm kind of surprised that he really hasn't flashed as much as I thought he would. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I think he's done enough. He's done really good in pass protection and downfield blocking and stuff that I think he's going to make the team. Plus, it's Joe Burrow's best friend. I think that's going to have a lot to do with it too. And I'm hoping he can develop into it. I still believe in him, but yeah, I think he's going to make it. Chris, exactly. Captain America, Geno 2.0. That's what I call him every time I see him, which drives me nuts. They all walk outside, and they have their numbers pulled up, and sometimes they have their helmets on, and sometimes they don't. And sometimes I can't recognize who they are sometimes. And Chris Evans the other day, and every time I've seen Chris Evans, I'm trying to say, "Hey, what's up, Captain America?" The other day I saw him and didn't realize it was him. The after I was like, "Oh crap!" Like, "Hey, Captain America!" So I'm trying to get that out there. So he's called. I'm sure he's heard that before. Let's see. Royal Flush Terry. Burrow will get 2 drives on Sunday before he gets pulled. Still not sure if that's enough to build game chemistry. Honestly, Terry, if he gets 2, I would be. I don't know. He might get 2. I don't know because Zach says he has a number in mind. I think it depends on how the first one goes. I'll put it to you that. If it's a 3 and out, yeah, I think he comes back for another series. But to build team chemistry, last year there was no preseason. And yes, the Charger game was rocky. They still should have won that game. And Joe Burrow damn near brought them all the way back in his first game. So they've already played together for a year. I think team chemistry is going to be there even more than it was last year. So I'm not really worried about team chemistry. I'm worried about, like Joe Burrow said, cadence, coming in the huddle, getting used to his voice, all that stuff, It's going to happen pretty quick. It doesn't take a whole lot to get used to it, I don't think. So I'm more worried about that and just getting that out of the way and just getting Joe out there and playing. And like I said, I think Joe, like I've said this on here, I think Joe just wants to go. He just wants to play. He just wants to get out there, get this over with, and just get on with it. Benjamin, let's see. I feel disappointed that Nick will opt out. Nick who? I'm not sure which Nick you're talking about. Keith, Thad could be a diamond in the rough. I hope so. He gets his dad's down here to talk to Chase. I hope he is. Like I said, I was hoping I'd see a little more flash out of him this preseason, and I haven't. So we'll see. Will Spence play on Sunday? I don't know. Because I'm not sure who Spence is. Chris, I'll be honest. I don't know who Spence is. Let's see here. Have we ever signed a player after we tagged them? I'm worried about Jesse Bates not signing a long-term deal. I want to say yes, but I want to say AJ Green for some reason. But I know we tagged him last year and we let him go. Maybe we didn't. So that is a good point. We might not have. Either way, I want to sign him. We got to get this done. They got to get this done. They got to sign him. That guy was referring to Nick Castellanos. I mean, when he said this commentary, I don't know. I'm confused. He's talking about Nick Castellanos and the Reds. All right. Again, I'm confused. It's not hard to confuse me. What row do you sit in section 158? 18. No Spence, defensive end. Oh, duh. I wouldn't see. Well, yes, I think he's going to play. Yeah, because thanks, Joe. None of the defense starters are going to play, so I would think he would play. Oh, Nick. Oh, I got you now. All right. Sorry, Nick. I got you. Okay, they said, will you think Nick will opt out of? Yes, I got you now. I understand. Yes, I think Nick Castellanos will opt out. Yes. The only way that I think he won't is because if the players strike. I think that's the only way he won't do it. And actually, Tony Pike had a really good point today. He's basically, due $17 million this year and $17 million next year. That's about average of what he's probably going to get. Maybe 18 or 19, up it a little bit. He just wants a longer contract, like instead of 2 years, 4 years. This is what, like I said, this is what Tony Pike is saying, because it's kind of what the average rate is going for a player like Nick Castellanos. I think it's very doable for the Reds to sign him. Do I think they will? No. I don't think Bob Castellini is going to pony up and do it. And I'm not saying sign him for 10 years. I'm saying sign him for like 4. Get him, give him $17, $18 million a year. Sign him up. And the thing is, he wants to win. That is very important to Nick Castellanos. The Reds are a winning team, so that is in their favor. He likes it here. You can tell he likes it here. So the Reds have a shot. It just depends on if they want to take that shot or not. Do the Reds want to win? Do they want to expand upon what they did this year, which is not over yet? Like I said, they won today. Do they want to go instead of like right now we're at the second wild card? Do you want to actually go for the division? Signing Nick Castellanos and having a hammer in the bullpen would help that a lot. So I think he's going to opt out. In my heart of hearts, I don't think they're going to sign him, and it kills me because I love that dude. Let's see here. Brandon, he could still sign with the Reds. Yeah, he could. Yes, absolutely. Yes. He could totally sign with the Reds. I mean, he just opts out. And the thing is, if I were the Reds, I might be saying, hey, what's it take to keep you? And just, tear up the other 2 years and we'll redo the contract before he even gets the free agency, before you even have to outbid somebody like the Dodgers or the Yankees or something like that. Like, hey, Nick, you like it here. What's it take to keep you? And I would think they would have already had these conversations, but I don't know. Josh, up here. Wow. I'm not surprised that Hopkins is playing. I am Joe. I'm not surprised either one of them are playing, to be honest. And I said this at the beginning of training camp. I could see Jackpot Joey Burrow playing in the first series in the jungle when it can be full capacity. And like Zach Taylor said, it's good for the Bengals. It's good for the fans. It's good for Joe. It's just good. It's good vibes, as Gio Suarez always says. Good vibe. Just get it out there. Get him to play. Loki, you're a Tigers fan? Oh, wow. You guys are not having a very good year. I'm sorry, Loki. Benjamin, Reds must sign winners. Yeah, and Nick Castellanos is nothing but a winner. Brandon, thanks for all you do. Love listening. Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate you guys watching and paying attention to what I have to say. Like I said, I am in no way an expert on any of this stuff. I just like to talk about it. The oldest franchise should be the winningest franchise. I agree with you. But, the thing I always get with Bob Castellini and these small, and it's not just him, all these small market teams, they cry poor. All Bob Castellini has done is made money with the Reds. It was worth $1 million something when he bought it. It's worth over $1 billion. The Reds are worth over $1 billion now. So don't ever tell me you didn't make any money. You don't have any money. I just don't want to hear that. That's just a narrative that drives me insane. With just not Bob Castellini, like the freaking Cubs, the scrubs. They're claiming they don't have any money. Are you kidding me? They let their 3 best players. They traded them. I get tired of that. Anyway, it is after 6:30, and we've been talking for an hour. I appreciate it. I love this. This is fun. But I want to get to the Facebook groups that let me live stream, and I appreciate every single one of them. Houday Nation, shout out to Josh. You helped me out a lot. You're awesome. Appreciate everything you do for me, buddy. So if you guys are not part of Houday Nation, check them out. And exclusively on the days after a game that so it's on Sunday. On Mondays, I'm going to be going on Facebook exclusively in Houday Nation. So like on Thursday night game, it'll be that Friday. So if you guys watch it on my Facebook page, the days after a game, it'll be in Houday Nation just during the season. That's how you find me in live stream. That's why you should just subscribe. You can find me there. But Houday Nation, Bengals Nation, Bengals Houday Nation, Cincinnati Bengals, the Jungle, Cincinnati Reds rounding third, heading for home. Bearcat Country, which I'm trying to get Chad Brendel. I'm trying really hard to get Chad. He is so busy. He said he'd work it out sometime. Hasn't been able to work it out. But next Saturday, the Bearcats play football, a real football game. I cannot wait. I would love to go. I'm hoping to try to get some tickets. But join the Bearcat Country. We got the Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Bar. And then you can follow me on all my social media platforms. All of them are under Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Twitter, I'm getting really close to 1,000 people. I'm at like 919 or something. Follow Twitter followers. So if you want to follow me and try to get me to 1,000, that'd be awesome. Because I'd like to get a blue check mark. I'm not sure how that works. I thought you had to get 1,000. Maybe get a blue check mark. I don't know. Just something cool to get. But the handle there is at Jeff A. Trennepohl. That's TRENNEPOHL. And then TikTok, that's at Iceman90. Like I say, you look up Sports with Strawberry Ice, it'll pop up. And TikTok, like I said, it's starting to blow up with different videos and stuff that I do. It's mostly just hype videos and talking trash to AFC North teams and NL Central teams. And I'm just telling you, Browns fans are very, very worried about us. Because they are coming after me on TikTok. And it's freaking hilarious. I'll be pulling the sound off later on tonight and putting it on the podcast. So if you missed any of the show, you can watch on YouTube, or you just want to listen to it again. It'll be on BeanPod, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, I don't know, wherever you get your podcast, it's on there. I appreciate it. Make sure you download it, rate it, like it, review it. It is blowing up. I am doing a daily podcast, and it's just me most of the time. I mean, I have some guests on here, but I'm getting 28 downloads a day. And that might not sound like a lot to you. That's a lot to me because I was only getting 10 or 15 a couple weeks ago, a month or so ago. I'm starting to get 28, 29. I'm getting a lot. So please tell your friends, tell your neighbors, download my podcast, rate it, like it, review it, give it a comment. I would appreciate it. YouTubers, like I said, my originals, like I said, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to keep doing this. So I appreciate you guys. And I had a huge, huge day yesterday. From yesterday, when I left the show, it was 1,314. Today, when I started, it might maybe raised up since I've been on here. 3,000. That would be awesome. 1,325 subscribers. That is awesome. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. And like I said, Sunday, if you're there at the game, if you haven't, go buy a ticket. You have a chance to go watch Jackpot Joey Burrow make his debut. Go fill the jungle up. Get there early. Be loud. Wear orange. It's going to be a lot of fun. And as always, remember one thing and one thing only, and that is you don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati, so act like it. Houday. Got to find out if the Padres lost yet. I think they play late tonight. Hopefully they'll lose and we gain a game on the Padres. That would be awesome. Reds going to the playoffs. We'll see what happens. And other than that, that's just sports, baby. See ya!
Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, everything day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle dripping heat, tigers strike the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you reppin' who day, time to put your hands up. Dingle stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who day in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we lit it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the pounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em, bingo bottle, never stop it till the beast on feast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and